Hey, so we're back again today. If you want to watch the previous videos for budgets at under $50 and under $25, you can check out the playlist right up here. Today's budget is under $100. So over the next few days, I'll be doing gift guides under a bunch of different budgets. We're going to do under $25, under $50, under $100, under $200, and over $200. I'll also be doing videos specifically for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So get subscribed and turn on notifications if you want to be notified when these videos come out. I will also be adding them to the gift guide playlist, which I will include up in the top right hand corner and in the description. It will have last year's videos as well as this year's as they come out. All products I talk about will have links in the description. Most of these will be affiliate links. You're not obligated to use these, but if you do, they do support the channel and I really do appreciate it. Also, whenever I see particularly good deals that stand out quite a bit, I do post them in my Discord. You're welcome to go ahead and join and check out that deals channel. So we're going to start off today's video again with items that were on the previous lists but can be improved at this higher budget of $100. And we're going to start off with chargers. The Ugreen 100 watt charger is amazing. I bought one personally for myself. I used it an absolute ton. I really do like it. I use it for my laptop, my Steam Deck, my headphones, my phone, like basically everything. This can charge multiple items at once. And the reason I really like the Ugreen versus a lot of the other products is that 100 watts can be done on a single port. A lot of other chargers will say it's 100 watts, but it's a combination of 100 watts. No single port would do that 100 watts. So if you had a device that's able to utilize that power, you wouldn't be able to get it from a single cable. So that's one of the reasons I really do like the Ugreens. I have this one personally and I use it all the time. It's a constant stay in my bag. Now also, like at the $50 budget, they also have a charging station, 100 watts at the $100 mark again. So this one is a little bit more expensive, whereas at the $50 mark, they're around the same. Keep an eye out on sales and see if these sales get any better throughout the week. But again, these ones are really nice. You can put them at the desk. You can put them underneath your couch. They're very convenient. They're very nice. And you can kind of eliminate having to bring around your laptop's charger with you everywhere. Keep that thing in a bag and then just use this when you're at your desk or your couch. Now, I'm including the 140 watt charger because, again, as we've seen, most of these Ugreen chargers have not been on sale, the higher capacity ones. Not entirely sure why that's the case. We are a couple days before Black Friday. These may end up going on sale, so do keep an eye on them. And the 140 watt I have seen go below $100. I've actually seen this go as low as $70, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to mention this in the under $100 category. If you do find this thing on sale, it's amazing. Ugreen sent this one out for me to check out, and I use it a ton. If I'm traveling with my more power-hungry laptop, I'll end up using the 140. If I'm traveling with my work laptop and my Steam Deck, I'll use the 140. If I'm traveling with just my work laptop or just my Steam Deck, I'll bring the 100. Just like at the $50 price point, the power banks also get another great jump when you go up to the $100 budget. For example, with Anker, you can get a 24,000 milliamp charger for under $100. It's $60. This one also comes with a cable, which is very nice to see. Now you can also get these improved power banks that have a much higher power output. So instead of just looking at the total capacity of the battery, these ones are able to supply, for example, here 140 watts, which is more than enough for most laptops, Steam Decks, ROG Allies, all those fun things. You're still getting the 24,000 milliamps, but it is more expensive, still within the $100 price point, but it is definitely more expensive. Now you can get one that's an even higher wattage output at 200 watts. Not entirely sure what you would need 200 watts for unless you're powering two laptops at the same time, for example. You do get a slightly lowered capacity at 20,000 milliamps. Still a really good option if you are planning on, traveling with a partner or a friend and you both want to be able to use your laptops at the same time. This could be an option for you. Speakers also get a pretty good noticeable bump, and the Tribit Stormbox is the larger version of the Tribit Stormbox Micro. I actually have a pair of these and I use them in stereo mode. They are amazing as Bluetooth speakers. I really do like them. I bring them when I go outside, when me and my friends go and play basketball outside. This is a really good option. When my family's hanging out in the backyard, they actually like using these. Again, having them in stereo mode's nice because you can kind of spread the sound out a little bit more and get a little bit more clarity without having to put the volume up so high. because it can go to further areas of the backyard. These are a really good option. They're just above the $50 budget price point. You can get a pair of these for just over $100. So this is probably one of my favorite options. You can also get Bluetooth speakers from other great reputable brands like JBL. The Flip 6 is a really good option here, $89. You get a ton of different colors available to you. And the Flip 6, I believe, is the most up-to-date version. Now, microphones, you get a lot of options here at the $100 price point. You can start getting some really good XLR options as well. First one on the list here is going to be the K688 from Fine. This is another microphone that they had sent out to me, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a very, very, very good microphone for its price. Regular price being $72.99. Again, I've seen this thing go on sale before. The really nice thing about this model is that it has both USB and XLR, so you can use it either way. If you plan on using a USB for now and then upgrading in the future to an XLR setup, you can still use this microphone. It does a really good job. It looks nice. It looks sleek. It doesn't look like a cheap microphone. It doesn't sound like a cheap microphone either. I do have a video on it. You can go ahead and check out the sound profiles versus some other microphones if you want. This is a really good option. Another great and very popular option is the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB+. The AT2020 was one of the most popular budget XLR microphones out there. The AT2020 USB Plus is no different. It's very well received for its price, standard price of $80. It's pretty good. You can often see it drop even further than that. It's a good microphone. It looks very standard. It looks very good. It comes with a little mini stand, although I would definitely suggest putting it up on something. Good microphone, $80, regular price. Fine has another pretty good microphone under $100. The K690 is relatively popular. It takes a little bit of a design element from the Yeti series, and I haven't personally used this one, but after looking at quite a few microphone reviews, people rated this one pretty high for a good microphone. And it being under $100 is nice. One thing people mention is if you want to just do vocals and talking directly into the microphone, the K688 is a better choice. But if you want a little bit more flexibility, the K690 is better. It has a bunch of different pickup patterns. You're able to do quite a bit more with it. Like I mentioned, it's very similar to the way that the Yeti performs. So if we switch over to XLR microphones, the Rode PodMic is my first suggestion. It is always at the $100 mark, and it'll often go on sale for less. This is the one that I used for majority of my YouTube videos so far. I just recently switched over to the Blue Sona. I really do like the PodMic. It was fantastic. It's very, very well built. It does pick up a lot more than the Blue Sona does, which is why I'm preferring the Blue Sona. But the PodMic was an incredible microphone and lasting me forever. I still have it around here somewhere. I just have been using the Blue Sona as my replacement. So I already talked about how the AT2020 was probably one of the most popular microphones, and normally it's $100. It's currently going down to $79. This is a really good option as well. It's extremely popular for a reason. It was built very well. It does a lot for its price point, and it looks perfectly fine on video. It doesn't look like a cheap microphone or anything like that. So another great XLR microphone at the $100 price point. Now switching over to headsets, we do get a lot more options once we're going to this $100 price category. First up is the Logitech 433. Now I haven't used this one personally myself, but I have seen it reviewed very, very well across multiple sources. Normal price, $100, currently $10 off, pretty good option. Another great wired option is the Fnatic React. This is one that is focused a little bit more towards FPS shooters in terms of the audio profile. It has much crunchier or crispy audio, which is meant to help you pick up footsteps. Nothing overly standoutish about this headset, but it normally being $75. It's currently only discounted a little bit, so I wouldn't consider this a perfect sale or anything like that. But even at its regular price, it's still a very good choice, and you're still getting a great headset under $100. Now, another great option under $100 are the HyperX Cloud Alphas. I use the Cloud 2s for an extremely long period of time, and the Alphas are supposed to be their successor. Normally, these are $100. They're currently down to $71, which is pretty nice. These are built really, really well. I personally find them very comfortable. The microphone on them is very, very good. And in the box, you do get 2 separate cables. You get a combination 3.5mm, and then you get a separate mic and headphone 3.5mm cable. The microphone is also detachable, which is nice. You can use these headphones as just headphones if you wanted to as well. Now, a good headset that has fallen below the $100 price point on sale is the Logitech G Pro X. These are probably one of the best options that you could get at this current price point of being under $100. It's $90 right now. There's an additional $8 off coupon on Amazon. You can get them in black and white. I have these headphones. They're extremely comfortable. I don't use them normally. I got them open box and I use them as kind of like a comparison thing, and I lend them out to people. I've heard very good things from everybody. When I've used them, they were very good. And getting them at a good price point, like the $90 minus another $8 with a coupon, is a good option. Now, wireless under the $100 price point, you don't really have a lot of options, but one good option here is the Logitech G535. It's better than the G534, I believe, that exists. These ones are built relatively well. They have a suspension headband, or a bungee headband, or a hammock headband, whatever you would like to call it. You do have a few colors available to you. They do use the wireless Lightspeed, which is Logitech's super low latency technology. These are a pretty good option. It's only a USB, however, so keep that in mind that you can only use it with a device that has a full USB-A. You can't use it with a mobile phone. You can't use it with a Nintendo Switch. You can't use it with a ROG Ally or a Steam Deck without a dock. So do keep that in mind. Now let's go on to mice. If you want to do wired mice, you do get a lot of options here. The Logitech G502X is an incredible mouse. I used the G502, the original one, for an extremely long period of time. It was a great mouse. It just didn't really fit my hand shape all too well. But for most people, this will be perfectly fine. The mouse has tons of buttons. It has weights, so you can make it weigh as much or as little as you would like. They've improved the body of it. It looks good. It's a great option. And right now it's $56, which is a pretty good deal. Another great option at a really good price is the DeathAdder V3. As I mentioned in the $50 video, the DeathAdder is probably one of my favorite mouse shapes of all time. Normally this mouse is $70, but right now it's only $59, so that's pretty good. About a $10 discount right now. This is their newest version. It's rated really, really well. Supposedly the quality assurance has gotten a lot better on these. People haven't been noticing as many issues as they did with the older models. A really good option for a wired mouse. Now, if we want to talk about wireless mice, the first one we're going to talk about is the Corsair Saber RGB Pro Wireless, which is the mouse that I use. I absolutely love this thing. As I mentioned, this was the result of me looking for years for a good mouse that felt just as good as the DeathAdder did, but with a little bit better quality. Unfortunately, it seems like almost every store that I look at, it is currently sold out, but I did want to still mention it because it is under the $100 price point. Most often when it's on sale, which it should be right about now, which might be the reason it's currently unavailable everywhere and out of stock. This is a really, really, really good option. And if you can find it in stock somewhere, I would highly suggest you check it out. Now, we just talked about the G502 wired, and the wireless is on sale as well. The G502 Lightspeed wireless is normally $150. Currently it's $89. There's an additional $9 off coupon, so they'll bring it right around $80. A very, very good option here. You get a very good mouse for under $100 and wireless. Another great option for a mouse under $100 that'll be under $100 no matter if it's on sale or not is the Basilisk V3. It's a very good mouse. It's designed very similarly to the G502. Normal price $70. I haven't personally used this one, but this one is usually the one that gets compared with the G502 the most. I would personally lean towards the G502, but the Basilisk V3 is rated very well. People do like it, and it has a great ergonomic design to it. Another really good option is the DeathAdder V2 Pro. I've mentioned how much I like the DeathAdder shape enough times at this point. So buying it for $62 for a wireless version is pretty good, considering how much the wired version for the V3 was. This is an awesome option. Again, I really do like the DeathAdder shape, and if you are able to get around the QC problems, it's a very good option. Now, if we want to get away from gaming mice, hands down, my favorite mice are the MX Master Series. I have 1, 2, 3, and then there's one staring at me over there, 4. I use them across a lot of different devices. I use them all over the place. I really do like them. I have bought most of the 3S series as open box items, so I've gotten them pretty cheap. But the 3S are a very, very nice mouse. Getting it for under $100 is a great idea. I don't think I've ever used a mouse as good as these. These are the golden standard for productivity tasks. I absolutely love them. I can't live without them. For $100, this is a no-brainer. Now, in terms of keyboards, we do get a lot of options here. We'll start off with some wired ones, and the Keychron V series is a great option under $100. I bought and reviewed one that you can go ahead and check out on the channel, but the V1 right now is $67.99. You can get it with red switches. You can also get it with brown switches. I bought mine with browns. A very, very, very well-built keyboard, and for $67, you can't really beat it. I believe Keychron is also doing discounts on their website, but then again, you do have to factor in shipping. So the V1 is a 75% layout. You can also go ahead and get the V3, which is a TKL layout. Same price, you get the brown switches as an option, you get the blue switches as an option, and you get the red switches as an option, although only the reds and the browns are available under the $100 price point. Again, another very good option. Now, there are a lot of sizes and layouts and switches available. I do have a video that kind of talks about how to choose the perfect keyboard. This would be a really good option if you're buying for yourself or for a giftee to find out what is best suited for the person's needs. Want to go wireless, however, the K2 Pro series from Keychron are also a very good option, currently right now discounted to right at the $100 price point. I really do love the build quality of my Keychrons, and I would suggest them to almost anybody. The K2 is a 75% layout. You get your red switch, you get blue switches and brown switches, all available to you at this $100 price point. The K4 Pro is also available at the $100 price point on sale right now, which is a 96% layout. So you do get your numpad back. Again, these are really good wireless keyboards. All of the ones I'm going to talk about, except for one, are going to be hot swappable keyboards, which is also very important to me. And it seems like with the K4, you get the brown and the reds available under the $100 mark. The blues seem to be a little bit more expensive. Now, EpoMaker also has a great keyboard under $100. Even regular price, it's under $100. Currently, it's on sale for 20% off. The TH80 Pro is a 75% keyboard. It has the knob, which is the new in feature for keyboards. This thing is built really, really well. Just like the Keychron, this is hot swappable. You get a lot of options here in terms of the colors and in terms of the switches available to you. Check what's available. Check what your giftee would like. There are a lot of options. The other nice thing about the EpoMaker is that it is Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz. So you do get the full wireless available to you. They're a very good keyboard. I do have an EpoMaker that I do plan on doing a video for. It's been sitting around for a while, but they do make a great keyboard. My final item is the Logitech MX Keys S. Now, right now, it's listed at $108, although when I put it on this list, it was $104 with a $5 and $4 coupon, which brought it below $100. So I would definitely keep an eye on this thing if you're interested. It's a really nice low-profile keyboard if that's what you're interested in. I have the larger version of this, and I like it very, very much. The MX Keys S is reviewed extremely well. You do get a few color options as well. It is USB rechargeable, fully wireless. It's got backlighting and everything on there. A really good option. And hopefully it drops below $100 again. Now, in terms of headphones, we do get quite a few options here. The SHP 9500s from Philips were my always go-to suggestion for anybody who wanted an open back headphone. Currently, it seems like they're not properly available on Amazon. They're listed way higher than they're supposed to be. There's one option for $140. These are usually around $70. So I wouldn't pay anything over $80 for these. If you do find them in stock somewhere, whether it's on Amazon or elsewhere, these are a really good option. I've talked about how I combined them with the V-Moda Boom Pro to create a really nice open back headset as well. But these are really great. Their successor, the SHP 9600s, are also a good option. I don't like them nearly as much as the 9500s. I've tried them both. The 9500s I do prefer, but these are on a pretty good sale price of over 50% off, so that's pretty great. If the person you're buying for or yourself wants open back headphones, these are a great deal under $100. In terms of closed back headphones, probably the best option at this price point, regular price or sale, is the Sony MDR7506. These are a very, very popular headphone. They're a studio style headphone. People really do like them. You get a full cable, 3.5mm with the 1/4-inch adapter on it. And under $100, these are probably going to be your best bet for a closed back. Now, in terms of storage, solid state storage has become extremely inexpensive over the last couple of years, and it's incredible that we can get something like a 1TB NVMe drive under $100, like this Western Digital Black 1TB SN850X. The other benefit is that these are Gen 4 speeds, they're not Gen 3. Gen 3 drives actually seem to be a little bit more expensive than the Gen 4s because they're not being made anymore. So you can get this drive for $85 for 1TB. You know, nobody really has the excuse to use a 256 gig drive as their main OS drive anymore, with 1TB being this inexpensive. Another great option at this price point is the Samsung 980 Pro. Again, 1TB PCIe 4, a really good option. Currently $80, doesn't even seem like a sale price right now. And the Crucial T500, you can get a 2TB for almost $100. It's $102 right now. I thought I would mention it. I didn't think $2 would break the bank for anybody if they had to go over that budget a little bit. And getting double the capacity is amazing. Again, it's a Gen 4 drive, pretty good option. Now, another drive that is 2TB at the $100 price point is the SN770. One thing though to keep in mind is that this does not have DRAM anymore, so you are losing a little bit of performance when getting this drive. Still a very good option, and the fact that it's regular price, 2TB at $100 is incredible. Along the same kind of lines, the Crucial P3, $98.99 right now, 2TB DRAMless drive. Very good option as well if you want that expanded storage and you don't necessarily need to have the performance of a DRAMless SSD. Now, even the portable SSDs have gotten down in price, which is incredible. You can get a 2TB portable SSD from SanDisk for $100. That is unprecedented before this year. I don't think you would have ever seen this. As I mentioned before, I like to make my own portable SSDs using an enclosure and an NVMe drive, but with the built portable SSDs being this price, you really can't beat it. Right at $100 for 2TB. This is a water and dust resistant SSD. These are really great for people who take these with them, photographers, videographers especially. Having a really good solid backup that's also extremely quick is a really good option. With Samsung, unfortunately, the 2TB is over the $100 price point, but the 1TB is at a pretty good price of $80. Also very rugged, IP65 rated. This is again a good option for people who want something that they're going to bring around with them a lot. They may drop, it may get pushed around a bit. Videographers and photographers especially, these are really good options. Now, hard drives don't seem to be getting the craziest deals. The only really good deal I was able to find was the Seagate Ironwolf 4TB. Right now, currently $82.99. Typically, it's just over $100, so it's nothing spectacular there either. This is a good option if you want to have something for archiving. With SSDs being so cheap now, I would always suggest doing an SSD and storing everything that you want constant access to on those, and then using hard drives as backup or archive space. Another really nice gift idea under $100 are e-readers. I personally absolutely love my e-reader. I have the Kobo Libra 2, but in the US, it doesn't seem like the Kobos get discounted nearly as much. The only one I was able to find under $100 is the Amazon Kindle, right at the $100 price point. Unfortunately, this is the one with the ad-supported lock screen. This is one of the things I really kind of hate about all of Amazon's products, is that they do have these ad-supported versions. So do keep that in mind, but an incredible e-reader. You may be able to find the other ones on sale. In the US, Kindle seems to be the better option because you can link that up with your library card. In Canada, it seems like Kobo's the better option because you can't link the Kindles to our library cards, but we can do it with the Kobo. The Kobos also don't have any kind of ads on lock screens or anything like that, so I prefer them. Now let's talk about some cool smart lights. Just like in the $50 video, Govee has some awesome options at this price point. You can get their corner floor lamp for $60. This is a really nice one. I've seen people who will put this in the corner of a room. I've seen people who will put this in the center of the room to kind of spread the light out. I've seen people put this one actually behind like a plant and kind of line it up with their plants so that the wall behind their plant is all kind of lit up and nice. It's a really cool option. You can control it with your phone. You have the option of a black or a silver one as well. For $60, it's a pretty good bet, and even at the regular price of $100, still within our price point. Now, Govee also has a larger and brighter version. This one is typically $150, currently on sale at $95. If you want something that has all these extra options, you're more than welcome to have it. This one is about 500 lumens brighter than the previous model, so if you do want something that's a little bit brighter, this one is available to you at under $100 as well. Now, I talked about how much I really do love the Govee bias bars that I have on my TV. At the $100 price point, you can improve that significantly by getting the bias bars with LED strips and the camera all combined into one package for $90. And there's an additional $10 off coupon right now, which is also pretty incredible. What the camera does is it allows the lights to operate based on what's actually being displayed on the TV without having to be an item that gets put on your HDMI cables as an intermediary. One of the nice things about the cameras versus those other types of boxes that use the HDMI is that it's never going to add latency to anything because it's not plugged into your actual HDMI ports. So if you're gaming and stuff, these are going to be a better option. Downside is that obviously you have a little camera above your display that's going to be showing. Entirely up to you, but this is a really cool kit if you do like the ones that are reacting to what's on screen. To keep going with Govee, they do have their improved light bars. I haven't had a chance to try these. Regular price is $70. You can get a $10 off coupon. These are the improved version over the ones that I have. They're supposed to be a little bit brighter. They're supposed to have a little bit better color separation between the different areas of the device. They do the same thing where they can stand up or they can lay flat. They can be mounted on the back of a TV. They can stand on top of a desktop or on top of your media unit, however you'd like. Another really good option, $70 with a $10 off coupon. Now our final Govee item is the Govee Glide, which is basically like a RGB tube. Currently it's listed at $109.99, but there's a $30 coupon, which brings it well under our $100 price point. These are really cool if you want to set up something a little bit more unique. As you can see from the images here, you can kind of get creative with the way that you want to do it. It has cross-plane 3D placements. You can have it on a corner wall. You can get pretty creative with how you use these. I would love to check these out, and I probably might at some point. But they are just a very unique way to add colors into a room, and if that's something that you or your giftee is interested in, this is a great idea. This is also the largest of the 3 kits. There are 2 other kits that are lower in price, so if those interest you as well, I just figured that at the $100 price point, getting the biggest kit that you can get at this price is the best option. Now, we talked about Decala at the $50 and under video, and at this price point, you do get the more improved version. I mentioned in that previous video that my sister had one of their other products and really likes it, and this is it, the Decala Arches. It's still a sunrise alarm clock. It's a built-in Bluetooth speaker. It has wireless charging. It's a pretty nice benefit. Again, my sister really does like it. It's currently listed at $104, but with that 5% off coupon, should bring you just below, and it's a great option on $100. Now, again, in the $50 and under video, we talked about the Nest Minis. At the $100 price point, you're able to get the full-size Nest Audios. I have a pair of these, and I like them a lot. I have one in my bedroom and one in my bathroom, and then again, when I have parties, I'll usually put these in the kitchen somewhere. They are a significant audio quality improvement over the Minis, especially in terms of the bass. These are a very good, balanced bass profile. I really do like them, and for $100, it's a pretty good deal. Now, from Amazon's side of things, the Echo Show 8, which is the older version, is available under $100 at $54.99 right now. This is a pretty good deal. It is the older version, and the reason for that is the newer version is currently just above the $100 price point. It also doesn't seem to be getting as nearly as well reviewed or as reviewed in general as the older version. Getting the older version for half the price is much better idea from my standpoint if this is the way you want to go. If you are gifting to someone, again, make sure that they're already in the Amazon ecosystem. If they're using a bunch of Google products, getting an Echo Show is probably not a good idea. But if they are using Amazon stuff or they don't have any of them, this is a pretty good choice. Now in the $50 video, we also talked about how the Roku is probably one of the most popular streaming sticks, and it is a good middle ground between the Google streaming stick and the Amazon one. The Roku Ultra is considered probably the best hands down all around streaming stick. You get a lot at this price point, and the best part about it is that you do get an Ethernet port. So if you want to do really high bandwidth video, this is probably your best bet at this point. At $70 right now, it's a pretty good deal. Regular price $100. If the person that you're gifting for really wants a streaming stick, this is one that you really can't go wrong with. Now, one of the last items I want to talk about at the $100 price point are dash cams. This is one of those things that I tell people to think about considering, especially since the prices of them have gone down quite a bit. A dash cam is a really good idea from an insurance standpoint. It's a really good idea from just a safety standpoint. And the first one we have here is the Viofo A119 V3. This is actually the one that I have in my vehicle. It's a very good dash cam. It's nothing absolutely spectacular, but it does a very good job, and its current sale price of $80 down from $120 is a pretty good deal. They also have their newer version of the Mini A119, which is an improved version over the original, is currently $98.98. So this is a pretty good option as well. The nice thing about the full-size A119 is that you could probably do this and an SD card for under $100 as a bundle, whereas the Mini, you're going to have to go over the $100 price point if you do want to include an SD card. If you are getting SD cards for these, you have to make sure that they are an endurance-rated SD card, because you're constantly writing and deleting off of that as the dash cam records. Another super long gift video. This is all the items I can think about under $100 that would be great gift ideas. I really do hope you found this video helpful, and if not, I at least hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you considered liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, you can leave those down in the comment section below. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, Thought Time and Step Back, and thank you for watching to the end of this video. If you want to see any of the other gift guides, whether it was from last year or from this year, as they come out, you can go ahead and check out the playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.